It's Friday, February 14th, and you're watching this week's episode of the Wildcat Weekly. I'm Celine.
And I'm Ella.
This week's episode is brought to you by Snow Days.
Let's head over to Leah with a look at our weekend weather.
This is your weekend weather. On Saturday, it's a high of 35 and a low of 9. On Sunday, it is a high of 25 and a low of 12. This has been Leah with your weekend weather.
Thanks, Leah. Looks like it's going to be a cold weekend. Let's head over to the sports desk with Ella.
Welcome to the sports desk. The Powerhouse Youth Wrestling Club continued their season with the Battle of the Belt in Mulvane. This has been Ella at the sports desk. Back to you. We will be back after this short break.
Triple then gone.
Will make you smile.
Triple then gone.
It lasts a while.
Triple.
And Avery.
And Audrey, and we're interviewing,
Mr. Atherton.
and we're going to ask you some questions, starting with what did you do before you were a principal?
Before I was a principal, I taught 4th grade in Wichita for 4 years, and then I taught 2nd grade at Haven Grade for 4 years.
Why did you choose to become a principal?
I became a principal to develop myself professionally, to grow as a person, but then also to become a leader of a building to help the whole building grow rather than just my classroom.
What advice do you have for middle schoolers?
I would say the main advice I have is to try and communicate. So just keep pushing as an individual, as a person, and keep growing. And specifically in the classroom, make sure that you try your best, and then also communicate with your teachers on your needs and if you need any help.
This is the AAA Talk Show. Back to you.
Let's take a look at this week's top stories. It's Friday, February 14th, and these are your top stories at Haven Middle School. Monday was a collaboration day with no school. Students of the month of January were announced. Congratulations to the winners of the spelling bee. Wednesday, we had a snow day. Thursday was a late start due to the cold weather. Finally, today was lattes with loved ones for Valentine's Day. These have been your top stories at HMS. Back to you.
Thanks, Celine. It's time to find a winner for last week's trivia question. The question was, how many windows are there in the middle school? The answer, more than one. Let's draw for a winner.
Let's draw for this week's winners.
Juliet, Adioden, and Eden.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Remember to stop by Mr. Miller's classroom to claim your prize. Now let's take a look at this week's question.
Remember to get your answers submitted no later than the end of the day, Monday, for your chance to win. It's time for this week's jokes.
You know
What?
why did the Pelican get kicked out of the restaurant?
Why?
Because his bill was too big.
Why do seagulls fly over the sea and not the bay?
Why?
Because if they flew over the bay, they'd call bagels.
Now to this week's birthdays.
Let's head over to Avery with Cats on the Prowl.
How did you feel about the halftime show?
I don't know, I guess they ain't like us.
How did you feel about the halftime show?
I kind of have a crush on Kendrick Lamar now.
How did you feel about the halftime show?
I only liked SZA's part.
How did you feel about the halftime show?
I just like this as a part.
How did you feel about the halftime show?
Rihanna's was way better.
Thanks, Avery. It's now time to look at next week's lunch menu.
Thank you for watching this week's episode of the Wildcat Weekly. This has been Celine.
And Ella.
We will see you next week.
Was the knight in shining armor in your movie?
Welcome back to the Low Budget Podcast. I'm Noah, and my co-host
Paxton.
and our guest.
Ella.
Today we're going to talk about what you think about the Super Bowl, Paxton.
I thought it was kind of pathetic how Chiefs were doing so good and then they lost pathetically.
What do you think about the Super Bowl, Ella?
I didn't like it. I didn't watch it really because it was bad.
Okay. I thought that was amazing. And what do you think about the Kendrick Lamar and Drake beef?
No, it's kind of crazy. And then the fact that Kendrick Lamar sang that song in front of all those people.
What about you, Ella?
Yeah, I thought it was kind of crazy that it was like kind of a waste of time though because
That was kind of crazy because, yeah, man. Yeah. That's my part. I don't know you.